Good morning, my dear students. In this video, I will teach you about cable supported structure. This is in the syllabus of Mumbai University, Theory of Structure 8, Semester 9 of Architecture students. Let us start. What is a cable? A cable is defined as a structure which is deformable in pure tension having the funicular shape of the load. What is a funicular shape? Funicular shape is the shape assumed by a rope or a chain under the action of external loads when hung from two supports, that is called the funicular shape. Now, what is a deformable? In the first line, I have written that cable is a deformable structure. Now, what is a deformable structure? Structure is may be classified into two categories. Number one, rigid. Number two, deformable. Based on the change in geometry of the structure while supporting the load. That means when you load a structure with load, then if there is a significant change in the geometry, then that is called a deformable structure. But what is a rigid structure? That if the deformation or if the displacement is very negligible compared to the shape and the size of the object, then that is called a rigid structure. So here we must remember that cables is a deformable structure and it is always in pure tension. Tension means always it is of pull type. Tension means it is pull type. Okay, and funicular shape, I have explained that what is a funicular shape. That funicular shape is that shape when you hang hang the structure from two supports. So under the action of the external load, the shape the structure takes, that is called the funicular shape. Now let us go back to the rigid structure. The examples of the rigid structure are beams, trusses and the frames. So in this case, in case of a rigid structure, if you load the rigid structure externally, then there is not appreciable change in their shape. Whereas deformable structure, they undergo changes in their shape when external load is applied. Now, where are the cables used? Cables are used to support suspension roof, long span structure, for example bridges, and cable car system, electrical transmission lines, because due to their efficiency, their cable are very efficient structure. Number one, it is deformable. Number two, it is always in pure tension, and it takes the funicular shape under the action of external load. In this diagram, I have shown a cable supported structure. You can note down the diagram and see that what are the different components of a cable supported structure. There is anchor cable, there is suspender, then there is a stiffening girder, and there is tower. So these are the different components of a cable supported structure. Let us see now when a cable is subjected to concentrated loads, what happens. Now, as I have explained you earlier, that cables are perfectly flexible and inextensible. That means they cannot be extended, but they are flexible at the same time. As they are flexible, so they do not resist shear force and bending moment. Please remember this point, that cable undergoes only pure tension. They do not resist shear force and the bending moment because they are flexible. Now, if it is subjected to axial tension only, it is always acting tangential to the cable at any point along the length, because as it carries only pure tension, so axial tension means, as you know, that the tensile force is always tangential. So in this case also, the tension acts tangentially to the cable at any point along the length. Along the length of the cable, if you take any point, so if you draw a tangent, so along that tangent the pure tension or the axial tension acts. There is no shear force, no bending moment. And if the weight of the cable is negligible as compared with the externally applied load, then its self weight is also neglected in the analysis. So remember this point, that in the analysis of the cable, we generally neglect the self weight of the cable. Now let us have a look at the cables subjected to uniform loads. Now when the cables are used to support the weight and the live load of the bridge deck having long span, so the bridge deck are suspended from the cable using the hangers. I have shown the diagram just few minutes back. So the stiffened deck prevents the supporting cable from changing its shape by distributing the live load moving over it for a longer length of the cable. In such case, the cable is assumed to be uniformly loaded. Now, due to uniformly distributed load, the cable takes a parabolic shape. So, this is also one important part. So, due to UDL, when UDL is acting on a cable, it takes a parabolic shape. Cables supporting the roadway of a suspension bridge is considered to carry uniformly distributed load. Now, please go through my other videos based on the gate architecture also. There also you will see that this topic, that is the cable supported structure, carries a significant weight in the gate architecture. So from here I can see one potential question also from here, that what shapes, see there may be 4 options given. Now under the uniformly distributed load, a cable takes number 1 parabolic shape, number 2 elliptical shape, number 3 circular shape, number 4 catenary shape. So what is the correct option? So that may be a good question or potential question to be asked in the gate architecture. Let us see that when a cable carries UDL, so what are the different expressions, what is the value of the horizontal thrust, what is the maximum tension developed in it, what is the minimum tension developed in it, and what is the total length of the cable. So here I have drawn one cable which is supported at the A and B, and it carries a UDL W per meter run, per run. And the support reactions at A is VA and H, support reaction at B is VB and H. And if you see that small h is called the deep is at the lowest point of the cable, that is the C from the horizontal line, that is called the deep of the cable. So here the support reactions at A and B will be WL by 2. If W is the UDL and L is the total span of the cable, so it will be shared equally between 2 support A and B. WL by 2 ho gaya. Then if we take the moment at C, bending moment at C, as I have also explained you earlier, that cable undergoes only tension, it doesn't carry any shear force, or it doesn't develop any shear force or bending moment. So if you take bending moment at any point of the cable, it comes out to be 0. So bending moment at C will be we can write it at as H into H, small h, plus VA into L by 2 minus WL by 2 into L by 4. So that becomes equal to 0 as it doesn't carry any bending moment. So this gives the value of the horizontal thrust as WL square by 8H. This is the second expression. So please remember this, the value of the support reactions, horizontal and the vertical support reaction. Now we can find out the value of the maximum tension, T max. T max will come, it will come that it will come at the support, that is VA and HA. If we do the square root, so that is the resultant reaction at A will be the maximum tension. So that is VA square plus HA square under root, correct? So that gives out to be the expression of maximum tension as WL by 2 under root of 1 plus small l square divided by 16H square. This is the equation number 3A. And what is the value of the minimum tension? Minimum tension is T mean. It is as the lowest point, C. So what will be the tension over there? Tension will be the horizontal thrust. So that is WL square by 8H. And the length of the cable will be can be again solved and found out to be small l plus 8H square divided by 3 small l. So for you the final year students, that is semester 9 students, I would suggest that you please remember this formula, because these formula are directly given in the GATE exam, where you have to use the this formula and solve the numerical. So let us see one numerical and your concept will be more clear. Let us solve some numerical. Let us see how to solve the question for a cable supported structure. First, let us take the example of cable carrying concentrated load. A cable supported at its ends 40 meter apart carries loads of 20 kilonewton, 10 kilonewton, 12 kilonewton at distances 10 meter, 20 meter, 30 meter, 40 meter from the left end. If the point of the cord where 10 kilonewton load is supported is 13 meter below the level of end supports, determine number 1 reaction at supports, number 2 tension in different parts of the cable, number 3 inclinations in different parts of cable. I would request you to note down the question in your notebook and then proceed further for the solution. Let us look at the solution. I hope you have noted down the question. Now see, I have drawn the diagram. So A and B, they are 40 meter apart at the rate of 10 meter, 10 meter, 10 meter, 10 meter. Okay. And what are the loads? 20 kilonewton, 10 kilonewton, 12 kilonewton from the left hand side. So from A. Okay. So, and we have named it as the intermediate point as CDE. And T1, T2, T3, T4, they are the tension generated in the cable. Okay, now let us look at the solution, how we can solve it. See, this is the cable structure, so let us draw it, convert it in a simply supported structure as if the cord is cable cord is completely stretched, and let us draw the diagram. That means A to B is how much? 10, 10, 10, 10. And 20, 10 and 12. These are the loads acting on the beam at the rate of 10 meter, 10 meter, 10 meter. So that we have drawn CDE. We have drawn. Now see, A and B both are hinge support. So there will be two reaction, one vertical and one horizontal, correct? So support A may, what we have shown, VA is the vertical reaction and H is the horizontal reaction. Similarly, in B, VB is the vertical reaction and H is the horizontal reaction. Please remember that both these horizontal reaction, they will be equal because the cable are supported at the same level. Same level means A and B are at the same level. So H, the horizontal thrust will be same for both support. And the first diagram, actual diagram, what I have drawn according to the question, उसको मैंने figure 1 नाम दिया, and the second one which I have converted to a simply supported beam करके, so that I have given figure 2. Okay, now let us start. Very simple these problems are. To solve the problem, first we should apply equations of equilibrium, which we have learned in the first semester. क्या है? Summation fx equal to 0, summation fy equal to 0, moment at any point is equal to 0. Now summation fy equal to 0, if we apply that means what? Sum of all vertical forces are 0 in the structure. So what are the vertical forces? So please remember, we will look only the vertical forces, and while solving we will keep a notation in our mind, sign convention in our mind कि upward force है तो positive लेंगे, downward force है तो negative लेंगे. So start from the left hand side and do not run between here and there, just go slowly from the left hand side till the right hand side. So let us start. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में, एक्सट्रीम लेफ्ट में व्हाट इज देयर? VA. ओके, VA is acting upward. After that, so that is positive, plus VA, then minus 20 kilonewton, then minus 10, minus 12, then again plus VB, that is equal to 0. So if we simplify it, it comes out to be VA plus VB equal to 42. Let us name it as equation number 1. अभी दूसरा इक्वेशन लगाते हैं. समेशन ऑफ मोमेंट एट एनी पॉइंट, लेट अस टेक ए. समेशन ऑफ मोमेंट एट ए इक्वल टू 0. दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी सिंपल. मोमेंट मतलब क्या? फोर्स इनटू द परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस. लेट अस स्टार्ट. तो ए पॉइंट पे मोमेंट ले रहे हैं, दैट मीन्स जो भी लोड ए में एक्ट हो रहा है उसका मोमेंट 0 होगा, क्योंकि उसका कुछ डिस्टेंस ही नहीं है. एज यू कैन रिमेंबर फ्रॉम योर टॉस 1 नॉलेज कि वी ए और एच ए विल नॉट कम इन द मोमेंट ए इक्वेशन. ओके, सो इट विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 20. So how it will be? 20 into 10, correct? So how we write the moment equation? Load multiplied by the distance between load and the point अबाउट विच वी आर टेकिंग मोमेंट. हम लोग मोमेंट कहाँ पे ले रहे हैं? मोमेंट ले रहे हैं ए पॉइंट पे. हमारा लोड किधर है? लोड सी में है. कितना है? 20 है. सो कैसे आएगा? 20 इंटू 10. करेक्ट. सो 20 into 10. Now you see in which direction it is in the clockwise direction. So here we have taken the clockwise direction moment as positive. So 20 into 10 हो गया. Then 10 into 20. Next force into distance. Then 12 into 30. Correct. And finally the VB into 40, but that will create an anti-clockwise moment, so that we will give it as minus. So this comes out to be the moment equation. So from here only VB is unknown. If we solve it, we will get VB equal to 19 kilonewton. So ये है हमारा इक्वेशन नंबर 2. इसको रखते हैं. Now go back to the equation number 1. उधर से क्या मिला था? VA plus VB equal to 42. सो VB का वैल्यू अभी मिल गया इधर 19. तो VA कैसे आएगा? 42 माइनस 19. सो दैट गिव्स आउट टू बी 23 किलो न्यूटन. सो दिस इज द फास्ट आंसर. ये क्वेश्चन में क्या पूछा था? फाइंड आउट द सपोर्ट रिएक्शन. तो VA VB हम लोगों ने निकाल दिया. सो दिस इज आवर फास्ट आंसर. Now we have found out vertical reaction at A and B. So horizontal thrust is still now we have not found. So let us find that. So again, see, already with the diagram, main diagram, let us go back to the main diagram, figure 1, which we have already drawn. तो ये डायग्राम से let us see that how we can find out the support reaction, horizontal thrust के value. So from the left hand side we have taken a section till D. Till D मतलब from A to D we have taken a section. Now we should consider the bending moment at D. So what is bending moment? Bending moment means algebraic sum of all the moments either at left hand side or at right hand side. From here you can have some doubt ke why we are taking from A to D. You can also take from B to D. That will be the right hand section. See, while we are writing down the moment equation, there we take all the moments. That means force, the moment created by each and every force we have to consider while we are considering moment equation. But remember, when it is a bending moment equation, we have to take a section. We have to take a section and then we have to consider either left hand side or right hand side. तो bending moment at D लेते हैं. Now the question is क्यों bending moment at D लेते हैं? Because the bending moment at D is 0. Why? I have told you in my introductory slide that cable is such a structure where only pure tension occurs. There is no shear force, no bending moment. And it is flexible and inextensible. Correct? So that's why we are taking bending moment. We can take bending moment at any other point. If you take bending moment at any point, it will come as 0. So let us concentrate on the point D. So what we have done, see, the first diagram is already the figure 1 which we have drawn it before. Now we have taken bending moment at D and we have taken LHS. That means the LHS means left hand section we have considered and we have drawn it once again. अभी देखो ये जो 23, the red color I have written 23. 23 is what? Just now we have found out the support reaction. VA is 23. H is still now we have not found that. We will find it over here. And 10 meter क्या है? ये already जो that is there, that is from the main diagram. 10 meter. और ये 13 meter क्यों है? 13 meter ये है, read the question कि question में बोला था कि जहाँ पे 10 kilonewton the force is hanging at that point is at 13 meter from below the level of the cable support. So for this reason we have taken the bending moment at the D point because we know this distance. Other point distances are not given. That means C point, E point, how much they are below from the AB line. मतलब जो top line है उधर से कितना नीचे है we do not know. But for D it is given in the question. That is one reason why we have taken the bending moment at D. Correct? And finally we will equate it to 0. क्योंकि ये केबल स्ट्रक्चर है और इधर हमेशा दे आर इन द प्योर टेंशन, नो बेंडिंग मोमेंट, नो शियर फोर्स, दैट मीन्स 0. करेक्ट? सो नाउ इट इज़ वेरी सिंपल. बेंडिंग मोमेंट एट डी, हाउ वी विल डू इट? सी, बेंडिंग मोमेंट एट डी, हाउ वी विल डू? फोर्स इंटू perpendicular distance. So let us start. 23 into what is the distance? 20. Then 20 kilonewton force is there. 20 into 10. and also this H is also there. H is the horizontal thrust. H into 13, that is the distance, perpendicular distance, H into 13. So from here, if we solve it, we are getting the value of the horizontal thrust as equal to 20 kilonewton. So now our first part of the question is solved. So now we will solve the next part of the problem. For you architecture students, I will be teaching over here the graphical method to solve the question. Though this problem can be solved by analytical method, but I would prefer that as a student of architecture, you would like, or it is more useful for you by solving it by the graphical method. So let us solve the second and the third part of the question, that is find the tension in the cable and find the inclination. So we have to draw one vector diagram. How to draw the vector diagram? It is very simple. First of all, we have to draw the loads. What are the loads? Again, go back to the question and see. 20 kilonewton, 10 kilonewton and 12 kilonewton. So draw PQ, QR, RS as 20, 10 and 12 kilonewton. How we will draw? Scale you take 10 kilonewton equal to 2 centimeter. So 20 kilonewton means what? 4 centimeter. So PQ is 4 centimeter. Then QR, that is 10 kilonewton. That means how much you will draw? 2 centimeter. Then RS equal to how much? 12 kilonewton. That means how much? 2.4 centimeters. So by this way, PQRS, this line has been drawn. Correct? Now, take a point M on this line, that means on PS, take a point M in such a way that PM is 23 kilonewton. What is 23 kilonewton? That was the support at the reaction, support reaction at A, vertical support reaction at A, correct? That was 23. So take M as 20, PM as 23. How we will mark it? 23 kilonewton, 10 kilonewton equal to 2 centimeter. 23 kilonewton equal to how much? 4.6 centimeter. That means PM is 4.6 centimeter. You have drawn. So you have got the point M. Now from point M, you draw a perpendicular on the line PS. So OM, you have drawn one line with the dotted line. So OM is perpendicular to PS. It is done. Now OM is equal to 20 kilonewton. What is 20 kilonewton? How much you will draw? The OM measurement will be 20 kilonewton. What is that? That means the horizontal thrust value, we have got it as 20 kilonewton. So OM is equal to 20 kilonewton. That means how much? 4 centimeter. So that you have drawn. Now what you should do? You should join OP, OQ, OR and OS. So we have joined all these 4 lines. Now see, actually if you want to understand what we are doing, actually see, vertically we are drawing all the vertical forces acting on the cable, correct? Now what are the vertical forces? 20 kilonewton, 10 kilonewton, 12 kilonewton. That was given in the question. Okay, these 3 forces are acting. So first we have drawn it in vertically, correct? From there, actually the support reaction, that is VA and VB, they will be the summation of all the forces. So PM is that value, 23 kilonewton. So if you measure MS, you will see that that is the value of the VB, correct? And then OM, that is the horizontal reaction. So that how much we have got? 20 kilonewton. So that we have drawn as a horizontal line. So like this way, you can also understand that actually how we are drawing and what is the logic behind this diagram. Okay, now step number 2. So our vector diagram is prepared. So how we can find out the tension in the cable? It is very simple. So tension in the cable AC, please go back to the main diagram. I have shown in the diagram that AC equal to T1, the tension in the cable AC is T1. So how you can find it out? OP. So please measure OP and you will see, you will get some value. Remember, you will not get 25 kilonewton directly. Remember, we have taken a scale of 10 kilonewton equal to 2 centimeters. So while you are measuring OP, you will get, actually OP you will get 5 centimeter. So that you have to convert, because you have to give the answer tension in the cable in terms of kilonewton, not in terms of centimeter. But when you measure it with the scale, actually OP, so you will get some value in centimeter. So that you have to convert. How we will convert? According to the scale, we have written it at the top of the paper, correct? So like this way we are getting the value of the tension in the cable. AC equal to T1, CD T2, that is OQ. Measure it, it will come as 20.2 kilonewton, DE 21.2 kilonewton, and EB, that is 28 kilonewton. Actually, if you measure EB, you will get 5.6 centimeter. I have shown the calculation also for you. तो कैसे लिखोगे? देखो, 2 centimeter equal to 10 kilonewton, 1 centimeter equal to 10 by 2 kilonewton. तो 5.6 centimeter measure करके आया है, correct? So now that value you put it over here, 5.6 centimeter. तो ये कितना आता है? 28 kilonewton. So like this way you can solve all these T1, T2, T3 and T4. So the second part of the question is also done. Now we will see the third and the last part of the solution. How we can find out the inclinations of the cable with the horizontal space? So if you see the diagram, so the angle theta 1 is the POQ. So inclination of the cable AC is equal to theta 1 is equal to angle POM. So you take a protractor and measure it. The value you will get it as 49 degree. Similarly, inclination of the cable CD, that you will get it as QOM. Similarly, for the cable DE, the value is theta 3, that is ROM. And the last one is the inclination in the cable EB is the theta 4. Theta 4 means what is? SOM. Please see these angles very carefully, and finally we are getting the values as 49 degree, 8 degree, 19 degree and 43 degree. So now by this way we have solved a problem, a cable supported with concentrated loads. Let us see another question. This question is based on cable carrying uniformly distributed load. A cable supported at its ends 100 meter apart carries a load of 10 kilonewton per meter throughout the span. Determine reactions at support, maximum tension in the cable, minimum tension in the cable, length of the cable. I would request you to note down the question in your notebook and then proceed further to see the solution. So the step number 1 is vertical reaction. As we have seen, V is equal to WL by 2. What is the value of W? 10 kilonewton per meter, it is given in the question. What is the length between the two supports? That is 100 meter. So we get the vertical reaction as 500 kilonewton. Horizontal reaction, what we have seen the formula, horizontal reaction of thrust, WL square by 8H. So if we put the value W as 10, N is 100 and H is the deep of the cable is given as 8. So we get as 1562.5 kilonewton. What is the value of the maximum tension? Maximum tension formula WL by 2 under root of 1 plus L square divided by 16H square, or V square by H square. That's why I have shown you the derivation over there, because sometimes we have to use either of this formula depending on the problem. So here it is easier for us to use the second formula. I have written over here, that is under root of V square plus h square, because v square value already we know 500 square, and what is h? 1562.5 square, correct? So it will be more complicated if we use the actual formula. So better to use that basic formula, v under root of v square plus h square, so it is easier for us. So that gives the maximum tension value as 1640.5 kilonewton. Step number 4, minimum tension value is how much? T mean is equal to H. So that is already the value of the horizontal thrust, 1562.5 kilonewton. And finally, the length of the cable, we can find it out, L equal to small l plus 8h square divided by 3 small l. So L is given as 100, H is given as the deep value, that is 8, and L is 100. So if you put the value, we get the length of the cable as 101.7 meter. I think this much is enough for the architecture students under Mumbai University. If you have this much basic knowledge about the cable supported structure, that is enough for you. So you can put your comments in the comment box. You can ask me any question in the comment box, or you can also mail me at the given email ID. Thanks for watching my video. Please do see my videos on the gate architecture, which is already given in this which is already kept in the another playlist called as the gate architecture videos. That will help you. I think that will help you very much. Thanks.